Asmongold has been quite productive during his time since he's been banned on Twitch, and in fact, he has cleaned up a lot of his living space, which, hey, good on him. And some of the pictures, I know people have criticized them, and it's like, we'll take a look at them, and well, hey, just to make it simple, we're looking for progress, not perfection. But Asmongold is finally cleaning his house after years of living in filth, after years of joking about his own living situation and living in a home littered with bugs, dirt, grime, and his own blood. Yeah, there's something about a blood wall. I don't want to know about it. I'm not going to know about it. Asmongold has used his forced time away from Twitch to start cleaning his house. Asmongold's Twitch ban marked a big moment for streamers, one where his words on a sensitive subject got him banned from the platform due to a violation of Twitch's terms of service. And yes, at this point in time, I think he's got a little less than a week still banned, so perhaps he can really focus on making this place sparkle and shine. But yeah, we got the before and after pics here, and it's like, well, the kitchen is looking good, and bro, yo, the fact that there's a spider in the sink and the aftermath starts looking a little bit better, that's not too bad. It's not too bad, but yo, how can you I couldn't even imagine living like that. Like, I don't have the opportunity to show off, my place or anything like that on a fairly consistent basis. You got to take my word for it. But I am meticulous when it comes to cleaning. I can't stand even a little bit of clutter. It drives me nuts. Hell, on my carpet, I don't even like footsteps, okay? Like, I'm on a different level, so that just viscerally disgusts me on so many different levels, but kudos to him for making the best use of his banned time. A sink that was once buried in dirty dishes and inhabited by bugs has since been cleaned. Good. Hopefully you keep it that way. It's easier to keep a place clean with consistency than having to do that big clean every once in a while. Asmongold himself claimed that he wanted to clean the house rather than hiring a cleaner to do it, meaning that it might take him a while to get everything clean. We had a mutual agreement that he could be in the house that he could be in the house as long as there was no wasps. Instead of a massive spider in his sink, 2 wasps got in, so he got evicted. Gross. I don't. Okay. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Asmon shared before and after pictures of his living room. Let there be light. And yeah, we got those as well. And Jesus Christ. Hey, at least you could get to that cool rampage one up in the background. Kind of like that. Now, okay, he's got some decorations, and I don't know if that spider in the background or I actually don't know what that is. All of this looks like an episode of Hoarders, so it's tough to say if those are decorations, toys, little trinkets, or actually fossilized animals that found their way in there. But in the aftermath, not bad. Hey, like I said, progress, not perfection. So good on him. His house isn't small, so cleaning everything is going to take time. We can see how one half of this Twitch civil war, this Twitch ban spree, is spending their time, and we will quickly be taking a look at what's happening on the other side. And chances are you guys might have had the opportunity to see a couple of the clips that have been making the rounds, especially when it comes to Hasan and a lot of his interesting takes coming to light, and that goofy-ass Frogan, and a lot of her stuff, at least some that hasn't been deleted off of her Twitch VODs and YouTube channel. Wow, she is really clean social media, mostly because what's going on over there? What's there to be found? Kind of a Streisand effect with that Jabba the Hutt and a hijab. Very, very interesting, right? But it's all pointing to Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is kind of on the clock, if we're going to be completely honest, and that is something that Chris Pavlovsky, a Rumble CEO, finally echoing the sentiments that so many other people have for a while, that Twitch, yeah, there's a shot clock running, and he's saying about 2 years. I don't think that's wrong. I really don't think that that's an off-the-wall prediction. He's predicting that Twitch will be shut down or sold off within 2 years. Yeah, because obviously, they have the parent company, Amazon, and as a company that has never, ever, ever been in the black, okay? They have never turned a profit. Big Daddy Jeff Bezos over the top, that's totally fine. They can do whatever they want. It can simply be a vanity project. But you also take a look at what Amazon is also doing with their Prime stuff, and the fact that a vast majority of it is flopping directly on its face, rings of power looking squarely at you. How much will eventually be too much? Now, Amazon can continue to just run through these projects for as long as they want. Twitch can run into controversy after controversy, and they can eventually pay their way out because they got $1 trillion benefactor actor. Rings of Power can run for 5, 10, 15, 20 years if they want. Hell, they can adapt all of Tolkien's lore and it being completely awful with nobody watching, and they can do it because that's not their core business. They're a drop shipping service, okay? And they are ubiquitous to everybody in the world at this point. Look, everybody buys some or a majority of their stuff off of Amazon. It's a fact of life at this point. And the only reason that they continue funding these other projects is because it doesn't ultimately hurt their core business. But in this case, I don't know if this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, just like the hose from last year. Finding new and interesting ways to skirt the nudity line didn't ultimately drag them down, but it just continues to add on the borked perception that Twitch is more of a problem, okay? Associating your name with the brand of degeneracy and bad takes is not a winning strategy. And especially now that there are alternatives that are out there, yeah, I think Twitch's days, they're likely numbered. Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky believes Twitch will be shut down or sold off by Amazon within the next 2 years. And over the years, there have been plenty of contenders trying to take Twitch's crown as the biggest live streaming service around. Facebook Gaming, Mixer, and a few others have failed. Oh my God, DLive. There were a couple of other ones. But yeah, no, those are definitely some of the other up-and-comers that came and went. And yeah, in the form of Facebook Gaming and Mixer, like you got Meta backing up the Facebook Gaming side of things, and Mixer had Microsoft behind them. And even they were like, yeah, shit really ain't working. And Mixer was handing out huge contracts, but that was the time where there's legitimate competition. And yeah, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble still trying to pull away market share. And yeah, YouTube, obviously, like that was just a natural transition, right? And their streaming services. Like, I hate Twitch's aggressive monetization strategy with their laborious ad hits if you want to watch a stream or anything like that. And I think YouTube has probably done it most elegantly. Rumble continues to try to smooth off quite a few of its rough edges, and it's gotten a lot better over the past couple of years. But Kick looks to be the ultimate successor. You know, green Twitch with all the faces that kind of made Twitch the joke it ultimately became. I don't know, man, but seems to be turning a big profit, mostly because, well, you take a look at its monetization structure and it's like, oh, okay, cool, you're just selling gambling to kids. But anyways, despite Twitch's dominance over the scene, it has been described as a zombie brand by Amazon insiders. Yeah, the site reportedly loses money despite $2 billion in revenue, and there are fears that massive layoffs will hit before long, because yeah, there were some at the beginning of this year, I think, if I recall correctly, but it's still a big brand, okay? As a result, Rumble CEO Chris Pavlovsky believes the Amazon-owned platform's days are numbered, as he thinks it will either be sold off or shuttered in the coming years. Yeah, I think shuttering is more likely because I don't really know who would buy Twitch, okay? Who would be willing to float it? And if anybody was willing to get into that arena, why wouldn't they just start something brand new? Because there's way too much baggage. It'd be like if somebody wants to get into movie making and then buying the old RKO brand. It doesn't really hold that much water. Anyways, prediction: Amazon shuts down Twitch within 2 years or sells it probably sooner. Pavlovsky tweeted October 22nd. Rumble CEO didn't add any further reasoning for his prediction. However, well, I can kind of tell you, mostly because the bannings, well, they're starting, okay? Like I said before, Hasan has yet to get banned, even though there are quite a few of his clips running around, but a lot of his orbiters and even his detractors, and somebody that, I've defended before, I've seen quite a few times on Fresh and Fit, but somebody who I've never really liked all that much, mostly because, he got the nickname Leafco for a good reason, because he just blows wherever and whichever way the wind goes. He got banned on Twitch. He got unbanned and then banned again on YouTube and then banned on Kick. Now, I think the Kick ban had something to do with hopping on a chat roulette-like service and somebody, I don't know, being a little bit too expressive. As for the YouTube and the Twitch bans, it's kind of like a lot of the bans that are getting thrown out recently. Sneeko, he reverted to Islam a few years ago, and more recently, and why a lot of people have been kind of turning on his content, yeah, he's become a little bit too Islam and race-centric, and as such, some of his opinions on certain things have kind of led him down an interesting path, and it's one that a lot of outside sources are trying to force on Twitch to crack down on. So we got Stop Anti-Semitism, a big account on Twitter, on Twitter rather, that is very, very, very keen on pushing a certain ideology, one that I think you can glean from the name of the account, but Stop Anti-Semitism is calling for the resignation of Twitch CEO Dan Clancy, saying he has allowed anti-Semitism to spread on the platform. Oh my God. They say that top revenue earner Hasan has repeatedly pushed anti-Semitic rhetoric without consequences. I mean, I don't necessarily know if that's true. I've seen a lot of claims that he platforms some crazy ass people. I think we are all well aware of his stated opinions of 9/11 and how much he thinks America did or did not deserve that, but specifically anti-Semitic rhetoric? Oh, that's the thing. Ever since October 7th of 2023, the redefinition of anti-Semitism. Oh, yeah, that's kind of been a big problem for the likes of Twitter, mostly due to this body right here, the ADL, the bane of free speech, the bane of social media platforms for pushing their own agenda. Remember, the ADL was founded in order to support a man named Leo Frank. If you want more information on him, feel free to do a little bit of Googling and wonder whether or not the ADL is aptly called the Anti-Defamation League, or in the words of Elon Musk, they should just simply drop the anti and it would be a little bit more accurate. But we see them cast their eye in the direction of Twitch, and well, I don't like this, because even when Asmongold, as much as I disagreed with his rant that ended up catching him an immediate 14-day ban, substance of it, I think that, him getting banned for that's silly, because me being a very staunch defender of free speech, whether I agree with you or not, I think that his comments should stay up on the platform. Also because I do believe that would end up evoking several interesting conversations, and perhaps he comes to a more principled and enlightened stance, or hell, he just doubles down and reveals how stupid he could potentially be. Totally fine with all of that stuff. And then when it comes to goofy ass Frogan and all the other Hasan orbiters, Denims, and the crew, just let them show how awful and repugnant of individuals that they are. Just let them say their piece for the world to decide that they can naturally ostracize them. They don't need to have intermediaries like the ADL come down and put their jackboot on the throat of society. But here's their stance. Okay, the ADL spoke with Twitch staff today after becoming aware of several concerning incidents on the social media platform and or involving Twitch streamers in the past week. We appreciate Twitch making the right decision to finally suspend the streamer Frogan for abusing her platform and the TwitchCon event to spread anti-Semitic vitriol during this time of intense apprehension for the Jewish community. Twitch must learn this situation and learn from this situation and improve how they address anti-Semitism and hate on their platform, which is ongoing and significant change. We encourage Twitch to make a meaningful action, such as collaborating with the platform's Jewish community, providing staff, streamers, and moderators with anti-Semitism training, and updating how they review programming for their live events. We will continue to engage with the company to help ensure the platform is a safe, respectful, and inclusive space for all. We will also continue to hold them accountable when they fail in that responsibility. Now, I want you to go ahead and just simply swap out the ADL for Sweet Baby Inc. and anti-Semitism with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I want you to see you come to a similar conclusion that I do. This is just victimhood peddling. The ADL is just as disgusting as a lot of the other companies and a lot of the other consultancy groups that we talk about poisoning entertainment and information apparatus. But there's a lot of stuff that you can glean from this that I think is quite interesting as well. They had to be made aware of the goings on Twitch from some of their biggest accounts. They simply point out Frogan and whatever the hell was happening at TwitchCon, one big, physically speaking, streamer, and the largest event that Twitch puts on every year. They had to be made aware of this stuff. Who made them aware of this? Oh, that would be Adin Ross. One of the co-founders of Twitch's biggest competitors. Adin Ross revealed that he contacted the ADL. So this dude got mad and he called the manager, Okay, on Twitch streamer Frogan, who went viral for making fun of veterans, on Twitch, resulting in her ban. Yeah, I don't like this, man. I really don't like what's going on here. For as much as I despise the Twitch platform, for as detestable as Hasan and his orbiters are, weaponizing the ADL to go ahead and crack down on people that you don't like, not realizing the grander scope that emboldening a censorious group like the ADL will eventually cause down the line, is very short-sighted emotional thinking. And yeah, I'm sure it's good for his brand. It'll encourage more people to go ahead and sign up over there at Kick. But before long, the ADL is going to be made aware of what's going on over there on Kick because, didn't Adin Ross hand out a big juicy contract to a certain cum-hunting catboy enthusiast? Oh, yeah. Sure, after the election, there's going to be some made aware of the goings-on over there, and it'll be interesting to see whether or not Adin Ross reverses course on the attack dogs he let loose on the competition. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.